Adjunct Professor Moran, Microeconomics 112. We're going to practice with the concept of income elasticity of demand, which, remember from our last video, describes how responsive quantity demanded is given a change in income. So if income goes up and the quantity demanded for a product goes up, those two changes, positive divided by positive, gives us a positive income elasticity of demand. If there's a pay cut, Y being the symbol for income, if there's a decrease in income and the quantity demanded goes down, a negative divided by a negative is positive. That means these are normal goods. Normal goods. Positive, greater than zero, normal. Again, income elasticity and the concept we talked about before this, cross elasticity, are measured as positives or negatives, changes from zero, whereas direct elasticity of demand and elasticity of supply are measured from 1, either greater than 1 or less than 1. So that's a distinction you'd want to keep in mind. But when the elasticity of income is negative, a decrease in income results in an increase in quantity demand of a good, or an increase in income results in a decrease in the quantity demand of a good, those goods are said to be inferior. Normal goods are like vacations, luxury cars, designer. Inferior goods are store canned brands, raw materials. So let's practice a little bit with this. Suppose that when your income increases from $28,000 to $30,000, okay, that's a positive, your purchases of X increase from 4 to 5 units. Well, that's a positive change. So this good is going to have income elasticity of positive, indicating a normal good. If we actually wanted to calculate this, it would be the change in quantity demanded divided by the change in quantity as a percentage divided by the change in income as a percentage. 5 minus 4, we started at 4, went to 5, so 5 minus 4 divided by 4 is 1/4. 30,000 is where we ended up in income. We started at 28, that's an increase. Divided by 28 is the percentage change. That would be a 25% change in quantity demanded, positive, divided by 7%, and that would be normal, a positive on positive, normal good. The next question, assume that a 4% increase in income in the economy produces a 3% increase in quantity. So they've done the arithmetic for us, which we did in the prior number. In this example, a 3% increase in quantity demanded divided by a 4% increase in income. Although this is 0.75, less than 1, we're not determining this based on changes from 1, as we did with demand elasticity or supply elasticity. These numbers are positive negatives. We're comparing it to 0. So although 3/4 is less than 1, it's still positive, greater than 0. So this would be a normal good. So positive, and therefore X is a normal good. Assume a 3% increase in income in the economy produces a 1% decline in the demand for another good. Would result in a negative number, which is less than 0, indicating this is an inferior good. Negative, and therefore X is an inferior good. Our last practice problem with income elasticity of demand. Assume that a 3% increase in income in the economy produces 0% change in the quantity demanded of good X. A 0% change divided by a 4% increase would result in 0. This indicates a neutral good. 0, and therefore X is a neutral good. So again, we need to try to determine things that shift demand: number of consumers, income, tastes, expectations, substitutes, complements. We need to be able to quantify what's a normal good, an inferior good, and a neutral good. And we do that by using the income elasticity of demand.